Good afternoon. At this time, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Hayfield Secondary School JROTC and the playing of the national anthem by our combined Hayfield Schools Music Department, and remain standing until the colors are retired from the stage. Graduates, you may keep your mortar boards on or your graduation caps on through the ceremony. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated. At this time, we are honored to recognize our distinguished guests for today's commencement ceremony. Guests, please stand to be recognized when your name is called. First, the Honorable Tammy Daranack-Koufax, School Board Member for Lee District. The Honorable Ryan McElveen, At-Large School District Member. The Honorable Jeff McKay, Lee District Supervisor. The Honorable George Barker, Senate of Virginia. The Honorable Karen Corbett Sanders, School Board Member, Mount Vernon District. The Honorable Scott Sorvell, Virginia State Senate of Virginia. The Honorable Mark Sickles, Virginia House of Delegates. Dr. Francisco Duran, Chief Academic Officer, Fairfax County Public Schools. Dr. Sloan Presidio, Assistant Superintendent for Instructional Services, Fairfax County Public Schools. And Ms. Grace Taylor, Executive Principal, Region 3, Fairfax County Public Schools. We are also fortunate today to have three of our elementary principals with us. Mr. Mike Macrina, Ms. Eleanor Contreras, and Ms. Joanne Jackson. Please stand to be recognized. Will the following groups of individuals please stand and remain standing as they are called? First, the Hayfield Administrative Staff, the Hayfield Support Staff, Hayfield Counselors, and of course, our outstanding Hayfield teachers. Please join me in thanking them. Thank you. And while we are applauding, can we give another round to our incredible music program and JRTC program? What an incredible. To our honored guests, families, and graduates, welcome. To the graduates of 2018, your families and your faculty and staff are excited to celebrate with you today 13 years of schooling, which will culminate in a well-deserved graduation. Before we celebrate your accomplishments, I invite you to take a moment to think of the people that have made this day possible. First, your parents and your family, who have been there through ups and downs, challenges and celebrations and accomplishments. All the adults from the elementary, middle, and high school who have taught you reading, writing, and arithmetic while never forgetting the most important lesson is to teach you how to become independent, strong adults. Please join me in recognizing them at this time. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get to the important stuff. Let's get to you. All right, you have excelled, and I do mean excelled, in academics, fine arts, performing arts, athletics, and community service. We have 75 scholars with a 4.0 or higher out of this class, 75. This is the part your parents are going to like a lot. $4.8 million in scholarships and awards in this senior class. You will attend 92 different colleges and universities, some as close as Northern Virginia and some as far away as Mexico City and Japan. We will recognize today 7 of your classmates who have enlisted in the armed services and 4 ROT scholarships. Through our excellent CTE programs, you are career ready. You have earned hundreds of industry certificates and you are prepared for the work world. You have been nominated for the CAPIs, multiple CAPIs as a matter of fact. You have won district titles, individual regional titles, individual state titles, and have been named All District, All Region, All State, and All Met by the Washington Post. You have earned All District Band, All District Choir, All District Orchestra, All Senior Regional Orchestra, and All State Band, and All State Orchestra, and All State Choir. You have created robots and competed in Detroit, Michigan at the International Robotics Competition. You are nationally recognized for your talent in art, and our multiple clubs and honor societies have given back thousands of hours of community service. You are truly outstanding. So it's common practice at graduation ceremonies to try to impart words of wisdom. Today, my goal is to remind you of the skills and lessons that you have already learned and will use again and probably often. Maya Angelou once said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it." All of you have encountered adversity and overcome it to sit here today. You will encounter adversity again, and I promise you, you will overcome it again. You have pushed yourself and taken chances to push yourself out of your comfort zones. Please continue to do so. John Maxwell captures the idea perfectly when he wrote, "Fail early, fail often, but always fail forward." The difference between average people and achieving people is their perception and response to failure. If you are not failing, you are probably not really moving forward. Finally, you have been kind. We have been moved by your empathy for each other and people that you've never met. 2 examples come to mind as we have raised money for hurricane victims and gathered books for schools that were flooded and students did not have the proper materials for school. You have been kind to each other, and you remind us that the future is bright. You have treated each other with compassion and kindness. Again, please continue to do so. And I will close with one of my favorite quotes, and it's from George Washington Carver, and it is absolute truth. How far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong, because someday in your life you will have been all of these. As you exit these doors as graduates, please always remember that you will always be a hawk, and always remember that birds fly and the hawks soar. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. The President's Awards for Educational Excellence honors students who have shown a strong commitment to academic excellence, community service, and extracurricular activities. Would all Presidential Educational Award winners please stand? Please join me in applauding the accomplishments of these students. Thank you. Next, we have coming to the microphone in recognition of those students going to the military, Lieutenant Colonel Devin Rule.
Will the graduates who have been recognized for appointments to the military academies, received an ROTC scholarship, or those who are enlisting in the service please stand? Each day, thousands of men and women serve our country all around the world to secure our freedom and our way of life. The greatness of America has always been found in the bravery and the heroism of those who have stood strong in the face of oppression and conflict. We honor their sacrifice and always celebrate their accomplishments. However, it's time that we continue this process as we recognize the courage of those standing before us, who are answering the call with the full knowledge of the risks involved. The military is no longer a last resort when other career options have failed. You are embarking on an adventure that will change your life in a profound way. Before this time next year, some of you who are enlisting will probably and most likely deploy into combat. You will represent the best that America has to offer. A patriot's first act of courage is to volunteer, and I salute you. I will now be followed by Mr. Grimm and Ms. Crowley to honor the graduates.
All right, for our honor graduates, excellence is exemplified in the academic records of the following students. We're now going to honor the students who have attained a grade point average of 4.0 and higher during their 4 years of high school. 4.0 and higher during their 4 years of high school. I ask that each student come to the stage as your name is called to receive your academic honors medal. Please hold your applause until all of these outstanding students have received their awards. All right, and this year we're doing a little bit different. We have 75 students to recognize, 4.0 and above. And we know that the latter part of the alphabet is used to being called last, but we're going to do this a little different. We're going to call them first. So you're going to hear a reverse alpha order here based on where our students are seating. So they're going to exit out and come on down the center aisles here. Okay? First student, Kevin Zhang. Kingsford Yeboah. Kalkadon Wubashet. Avery Wolf. Grace Wilsey. Elise Wellbaum. Alyssa Warnock. Caleb Trent. Alyssa Teep. Aaliyah Taylor. Alejandro Simchak. Sarah Solomon. Sarah Skelton. Erica Skipper. Makbul Safi. Fawaz Rudd. Alejandro Rodriguez. Megan Riley. Amos Ree. Maysoon Rochette. Richard Peckham. Kaylee Peak. Awad Osman. Vu Nguyen. David Nguyen. Avery Newhart. Braden Muir. Brielle Monk. Hanan Moelan. Lauren Miller. Marjorie Micah. All right, we're going to ask you guys, take another step forward closer to your classmates. We have another row. We're going to get right behind you. Lauren Michaels. Carmen Mazik. Anna Janelle Mata. Del Hardy Manson. Adriana Lynn. Victoria Cutts. Hope Kim. Aaron Jaffe. Leah Eob. Marie Ina Sorogia. Jennifer Wynn. Ya Wynn. Dylan Hodges. Jordan Hodge. Cameron Hobbs. Corey Hobbs. Matthew Ho. Alexis Hatch. Humaira Halim. Kristen Hayes. Selma Gamadi. Louisa Glecker. Miriam Gibson. Alexis Fowler. Cecily Farrell. Amaya Estrell. Julia Emmons. Camille Degamo, Kathleen Dang. Emma Codd. Ajalal Chowdhury. Mina Buzatu. Giamar Burgos Rosario. Mary Bender. Suba Bata. Kibriwangel Bukela. Summer Bauman. Anna Avila. Abdullah Alakarn. Fawaz Ahmad. Samir Agrawal. and Rhodus Addis. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our 4.0 students, our honor graduates. Let's give them a hand. Thank you, guys. You can return to your seats. Okay, it's a tradition here at Hayfield for us to present a faculty award to one deserving student. It is also customary for us to have one of our retiring staff members to present this award. So this year, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kathy Johnson.
Good evening. Each year, Hayfield's faculty select a graduate to receive the faculty award. This is an opportunity for the school staff to recognize a truly deserving senior. This student must have excelled academically, contributed to Hayfield through extensive school involvement, been an outstanding representative of Hayfield, and made the school and our community a better place to be. This year's recipient has a contagious positivity and maturity and is an extremely hard worker. Our selection has shown a commitment to the community by giving back to local shelters or helping military families and new students. Hayfield also benefited from this recipient as she served on the Student Advisory Council, was the president of the National Science Honor Society, and the Black Student Union. Academically, she belongs to 4 honor societies and has been on the honor roll her entire high school career. She has been a bright light in our school and our community, and we know that our world will continue to benefit from her. The faculty at Hayfield Secondary salutes our 2018 award winner, Carmen Mazik.
And by chance, our next speaker, Ms. Carmen Mazik.
Good afternoon, Hayfield Secondary School. Principal Martin Grimm, Associate Principal Alfonso Smith, faculty members and administrative staff, dignitaries,